Good morning, hello, and welcome to the 6th episode of our Workflows webinar series. This week's focus is on our employment and HR workflows. My colleague and one of Osprey's case management developers, Alex, will take you through the what, whys, hows of workflows, looking at how implementing the time-saving automations can help ease the pressures of your workload, improve productivity, and help create efficient and streamlined processes that benefit you, your firm, and your clients. Before I hand over to Alex, I want to let you know that the Q&A feature is open at the bottom of your Zoom screen. So if you have any questions, please post them in there and we'll try to get around to them, to answering them at the end of the webinar. If we don't have time, one of the support team will get back to you. So without any further delay, I'll hand over to Alex to get started.
Thank you, Amy. So as Amy mentioned, I'm case management developer here. And the idea behind the workflows is that they've been designed to assist you with drafting forms, retaining information, and preparing letters quicker and easier. Of course, the main purpose is to increase your profitability by saving you time using automated and efficient processes, which in turn will increase your productivity and help you with managing time. So what are workflows? Well, for those that don't know, workflows are designed to take you through a whole matter. They break it down into specific tasks and actions. So for example, a file opening task can be created and a file closing task, and then everything in between. An action within the task could be to run a questionnaire, to capture data, run a letter template which pulls through that data automatically, or record an important date against the matter. So in conjunction with our client web portal and deal room, our workflows can be web enabled. The web portal is a convenient and secure way to share documents and updates on a case with clients and third parties. And I'll come onto the web portal a little later in terms of what it's capable of doing to help you. So the workflows that we've got available, we've got employee workflows, grievance, settlement agreement, disciplinary proceedings and tribunal. And in terms of employer, we've got the tribunal workflow. So those are what are available at the moment. All of those workflows are available for employee under one work type. So according to what happens with your matter, you can reload the new work type. So if it goes from disciplinary proceedings through to tribunal, let's say, you don't have to duplicate entry of data because you just load the new workflow in. The fields will link up, so any data you've already entered will be there for that new workflow. So just to give you an idea of some of the things that we include in our workflows, one of the biggest one is the single data entry time saving that you get from the use of questionnaires. So all of our workflows contain questionnaires and they allow you to enter data against the matter. So in the employment workflows, of course, this means data about the employee and their employer, their salary and so on, date of birth, the way they're funding the matter. All of this information is entered through the questionnaires, it's saved into Osprey and it can be reused for pulling through to documents and so on. And we tend to have tasks with kind of data collection at the start of most of the workflows. So you can rerun them if necessary. If something changes, you've got some information wrong, you need to update it. It's really easy to just rerun a task so you can update that piece of information. I'm sure you'll all be familiar with document production. So once your data has been entered through the questionnaires, you can use it to pull through to pre-compose letters and forms. So in this example, we've got a client care letter to the client. You can see that it's pulled through the name and client matter reference. Of course, you can have it pull through anything that you want, any of those fields that you've previously completed through the questionnaires. And of course, as I said, you can use it to complete forms as well. So key dates. We use key dates to create reminders and diary entries for you and for your clients. So you can publish dates to the web portal for your clients to see, but you can also retain dates solely in Osprey. And those dates can be copied across to your Outlook calendar as well if you wish. So for example, hearing dates, you will want to publish those to the portal for your client to see as well as for you to see. But you might want to keep things to yourself, such as time to prepare the bundle a week in advance of tribunal or something. So adding key dates, we have some that are set up to add automatically through the workflows when you know you're going to need to chase something in say 3 or 4 days time, but you can also add them for things that you have following hearings and so on. So all your filing dates, you'll be able to add those through yourself. So just wanted to show you an example of completing a schedule of loss within Osprey. So I've mentioned questionnaires. You would enter all of your information here, and we've got some examples of entering the person's salary. This person's earning quite a lot. So you'd enter all of that through the questionnaires here. And then the next part of the workflow is to actually run the template schedule of loss form itself. So we've included that, and here you can see the first page of that form, and you can see all of the information has pulled through here. And that hasn't had to have any manual amendment, that's just come through straight from Osprey. So really nice and easy, and any of that information that's relevant elsewhere is used elsewhere as well. So going on quickly to the web portal, you can use the web portal, as I said, to securely send documents and updates to clients. As much or as little can be sent to the web portal as you like, but it is a convenient way for clients to manage and view their documents and to keep progress of their case, keep track of progress. So all of the workflow documents and forms come web enabled, and that means that they can easily be published to the web portal once you've created them, and if you wish to do so. It's also possible to use it to send and receive documents with third parties and your client. So this would be helpful where you have, say, an expert providing an expert report. You don't want that to go through the post or via email. They can upload that into the deal room, and that can be shared by you with your client securely. It's received securely. There's no concern about it going missing or data being lost. So going on then to creating bundles, this is something that's been around a little while now. You may have noticed it in the Cyber on the app. It's an app-only function, so you need to be using our case management app in order to benefit from this facility. But in the app on the left-hand side, we've got the case bundles option in the menu, and that allows you to add a bundle against the client you're working on. It's very simple to do. You click on the little plus sign, you enter in the details of your bundle, and then you get to this screen here that we've got a screenshot of, and that just shows you your folder structure, and you can add details and data from your matter history. So now that you've got your bundle set up and you've got your folder structure created, you can access your matter history to select documents to add into it. It's just the same really as creating a physical bundle, but it's just held electronically instead. So as you add documents into the bundle, they're given a process date. So the process date would be, say, for example, the date an order was made or a statement was signed. And that means that the documents will pull through into the correct order within this bundle function. Once you've got what you need in there, all you need to do is click on the download bundle button that you can see here, and a PDF version of it will be created. Within that PDF, there will be links to each section and each document down the sidebar. The pages are going to be automatically paginated for you, so there's no need for further editing once the bundle has been downloaded, and it will also create your index for you. So that's a very big positive. I know as a family solicitor, obviously bundling takes up a lot of time if you're having to do it yourself or you're in a rush. So the fact that you can kind of get this done, get paginated as well, which is wonderful, can really save a lot of time. And if you're using the case bundles function, the fact that it's a PDF is also really useful because you can upload it to the client portal. You can share it with counsel through the secure portal. There's no need to be trying to upload bundles via emails and so on, or worrying about things going missing in the post. And of course, the printing cost of doing that. I know counsel quite often like an electronic copy now, so a really nice way of sharing bundles. Also with unrepresented other parties as well, a great way to share that without having to worry about printing costs and so on. So in terms of the customization available, it's possible to add, edit or remove any of the actions within the workflow so that they meet your requirements. If there are things that you do that are specific to your firm that you want to incorporate, that's really easy and simple to do. And our support team are available to give free remote training sessions on how to edit the workflows and how to use them for all of your staff. So you can have a free remote training session with them, but we also have the support portal where you can view a collection of written guides in your own time to help you with understanding how the workflows work. And in terms of how we keep workflows updated, so something that's relatively new is the sync tool. And the purpose of it is to allow us to push updates to workflows to our clients without overwriting any changes that they've made themselves. So something that we find is very common is that firms have their own client care template. They want to use their client care template. They don't want to use ours. So that's a change that they'll probably make in most of their workflows. So with our sync tool, anything else that gets updated will forget about the client care template. It won't update that, so those changes will be kept. We're one of the only legal software provider, well, we are the only legal software provider who's able to do this at the moment, so that's quite nice. And in terms of keeping up to date with changes, we've got a whole team of people who are constantly researching and developing workflows, be it current ones and new workflows for the future. So that just enables us to stay up to date and on top of things as they change. And in terms of importing the workflows and having a demo, all you need to do is get in touch with our support team and they'd be happy to help. And of course, importing a workflow is a really quick and simple task. They usually set it off at 5 o'clock at night and it runs overnight. So in the morning, it'll be ready for you to use. So that's a whistle-stop tour of the employment workflows. I'll pass back over to Amy to check for any questions that we may have received.
Perfect, thanks Alex. Yeah, we've got a couple we'll just run through now. So the first one, they've asked, I'm a fee earner in my department. How do I get the workflows added to my Osprey software?
Okay, so that's quite a good one. Usually you have a person in the firm who deals with Osprey. I'd suggest that you speak with them so that they can ask us to import the workflows to your site. Of course, as I said, our support team will be happy to give you a demo of any of the workflows prior to them being imported. So that could be you or your team or your managers, whoever it may be. And you can, of course, look at them in full on the support portal as well, where we have our workflow packs and they break down every single action within a workflow.
Yeah, that sort of answers the next question. So they've just asked, how can I view the workflows in more detail before I upload them and see the actions?
Yeah, so that definitely, yes. So as I mentioned, the support portal contains the workflow packs and that breaks everything down into individual tasks and actions. It also has copies of all of the documents on there. So if you want to see any of the letter templates, you can.
Perfect. And the last one for today, are the ET1 forms included within the workflow for paper applications instead of using the online service?
Yes, they are. So if you prefer to make a paper application instead of using the portal, you can. We've included the ET1 and the ET3 forms.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So thank you for everybody who attended today, and thank you to Alex for your presentation. I just want to mention that our workflow webinar series is continuing and we'll be doing our immigration workflows next Thursday at 10 a.m. And also to mention our integration series has now come to a close. So you can watch all of those episodes. There are 6 in total on demand through the Academy, Osprey Academy. Okay, perfect. Thank you very much and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.